Hi, this is Laura and welcome to Lecture 2 in Section 2 of How to Snack to Reduce Your Sugar Cravings. Now, learning objectives for today. Want you to identify this time with a range of sugar-free snacks that actually you can carry with you, okay, that you can prepare beforehand and carry in your bag. I want you to understand what works and what doesn't, because I've tried lots of these and know lots of my clients and people that I've worked with have tried and tested lots of these, okay? So these are some things that really do work. And I really want to, of course, excite you to embrace some new snacking options and new snack frontiers that you may not have thought of, because that's just the fun part of this course. So, a few points before we start, which are really important. All of this is trial and error, okay? So, and you're going to try a few things, and sometimes they might work and sometimes they won't. I've had all sorts of things. I've had soggy biscuits with cream cheese that haven't worked, and I've had hummus disasters and all sorts of things, okay? So, accept that you're going to have your own trial and error, and that some things will work and some things won't work so well. Consider your outside temperature and travel plans. Okay, so if you are carrying things, consider how long you're carrying them for, how bumpy is your ride, what can you keep things upright, and also what's the temperature? Are you in a really hot country? Are you in a really cold country where things might keep a bit better, or that might be a detriment and things might freeze? So you must consider those things. Often these snacks, because you're carrying them, because they might actually be better earlier in the day. So when you think about your snacking and your meals, work these snacks maybe into earlier in the day. Do you have access to a fridge? That might be another option. Can you find one in your office? Have you asked? Or wherever you might be going that day. And do treat yourself to buy like a nice little snack box or an airtight container. It sounds really silly, but often we treat ourselves to sugar, and that boils down into whole emotional eating piece, which I'm not going into in this course. But treating yourself to a nice little box might actually get you really excited about making and taking snacks out. Okay, so look for something that's nice and that might excite you. And obviously tin foil is a really good travel option. It's quite sturdy, so get yourself some tin foil for these. So first of all, soft cheese sandwich. Now, these aren't all these snacks. Some of them might be lower in carbohydrate, some higher in carbohydrate. I've got a range in here because I know when I first started snacking low sugar, I just needed to get some substitutes in place, okay? So some of them aren't perfectly nutritionally balanced or might be a little bit heavier on carbohydrates, but if they stop you from eating that sugary, fructose-laden thing instead of a cereal bar, then they work, okay? So keep an open mind to some of these. So this is just a cream cheese sandwich. I used to use 2 Ryvita and spread cream cheese in the middle and then sandwich them together and wrap it up in tin foil. Okay, if you get a soft goat cheese, then you get even more flavour. Avoid a cheese that's a bit too liquidy or with too much water, because it will make the Ryvita go too soggy. And as I said, this is a bit higher in carbohydrate, but it's a stepping stone. Next up, homemade trail mix. So very simple, just literally make your own bag or kind of jar of trail mix to take out with you. So nuts, seeds and coconut flakes are great options. Make it a big batch, on a Sunday or at the beginning of your week or something, and you can then portion it out for the rest of the time. I would say, obviously trail mix traditionally is associated with dried fruit, and I'd really try to refrain from putting the dried fruit in there, okay, at first. Try adding in cacao nibs, really nice. They're raw cacao nibs if you can get your hands on them. I'll provide a link in the extra resources. And once you start to get the hang of cravings, one thing that you can add in are goji berries. They're one of the lowest sugar dried fruits, and they can just make it a bit interesting. But I would say really wait for quite a while until you add in the goji berries. Wait till you've really got some control and you've got that savoury flavour in your mouth. Homemade dips and crudités. So kind of celery sticks and carrots. You can also consider cucumbers and peppers, all chopped up in advance. Sometimes you can even just chop them up and keep them in your fridge for an emergency snack. So if you find yourself constantly going into the kitchen, or just for a break, say you work at home or something, keeping those in the fridge can be an option and stop you snacking from other things. You can buy dip snack pots, or you can make your own. So you can buy hummus in either a larger tub and put it into smaller little tubs to take out with you, or you can buy things out on the go. I know in the UK you can buy small snack pots of hummus, and I'm sure you can at other places in the world as well. As I said, carry in a small container. Eat this a bit earlier, or try and store it in the fridge. Obviously, hummus, it doesn't taste as great when it's warm. So this is a snack to maybe eat a little bit earlier in the day, or keep refrigerated until you can eat it. And, look out for exciting new dip recipes. On my website, there's a red pepper hummus on there. I think this picture is a smoked butter bean dip. Okay, so you don't have to just stick with hummus. You can make it a bit exciting. Next up, cream cheese in celery. So this is great because you're getting a vegetable in there. Full fat cream cheese means it's a little bit less processed. Okay. Ricotta cheese can also work quite well. I've done that before, and I find ricotta cheese is obviously very nice and creamy. And if you've not got cream cheese, then you can always just take some celery and cut a matchbox size of cheddar cheese and simply pack that up together. So, think outside the box there, whatever cheese you can get your hands on, and take it out with some celery. Peanut butter in rice cakes. Okay, now this I think is quite a good one. If you're a biscuit fiend like I was, I absolutely loved my biscuits, and I loved my biscuits in the afternoon and dipping them in my cup of tea. Typically English, but that was my thing. So I found peanut butter in rice cakes were a nice little biscuit substitute. Okay, and I literally got some no added sugar peanut butter, sandwiched them up in rice cakes, and wrapped it up in tin foil and took it out with me. Make sure that you do get that peanut butter with no added sugar, and ideally you want one without palm oil as well. Okay, so in the UK we've got a brand called like Meridian, which is very good. So just have a look for that if you can. Chicken or turkey shavings. Now, these you can normally get from the deli, and you can always buy them a bulk at the weekend. Buy a massive load of chicken or turkey shavings, and package up individual portions. You can sometimes carry them out with maybe some cherry tomatoes on the side, maybe some oatcakes or a crisp bread. Okay, but what the chicken or turkey shavings do is they give you that protein element, which will make the snack really substantial. The tomatoes give it that vegetable, and then the oatcakes might give it some substance. So even if you just have it on its own, it's really, really high protein, really good snack. And also, if you're really stuck, and you can actually buy them out when you're about as well. Boiled eggs. This is something that I use loads these days. Such a good snack. Literally, it's like a perfect load of goodness in one little place. Okay, eggs are amazing for you. So you've got protein, fat, and lots of other kind of nutrition in one little capsule, as I like to say. I hard boil a batch of them, so just go boil about 6, and then you can carry and take a load out with you, or take 1 or 2 out with you during the week. I actually wrap mine in maybe a kitchen towel, a paper towel, and then in tin foil, or you can chop them up, and I've got a few chopped tomatoes here in the picture, and store in a little pot and take that out with you. Okay, so a couple of options, but have a go with boiled eggs. They are brilliant. And you know what? I eat these on the train. I know people say, oh, they smell. They don't smell. If you've got them and you cook them fresh, you'll be absolutely fine. And they are a wonderful snack. Okay, especially good for planes and airports where you can't take liquids and things through. So I take them with me when I'm travelling long haul or on flights, because the aeroplane food isn't always ideal. Perfectly ripe small avocado. Now, this is something that I've been doing more recently. It's quite a new discovery for me, but it's absolutely, again, a brilliant snack. And I do it when I'm also, again, traveling on planes or at airports. It's super filling and nutritious, and what you can get is a very small avocado, and you can just literally wrap it up in tin foil to kind of keep it safe and stop it getting too bruised. And then just literally, if it's ripe, you can just literally peel it yourself, like you would peel a banana. And this is, and eat it just straight out of your hand. It's such an excellent source of fats, okay, as nature intended them. No processed fats or oils that have come through a factory or anything. It is literally such a fantastic, real clean way of eating. As I said, carry it in foil to protect, perfectly ripe, and you should be able to eat it, and it should be absolutely delicious. If you need to ripen avocados, put them in a paper bag, and leave them out by a window. If they're a bit ripe and you need them to last a day or two, then put them in the fridge. Okay, so I know that getting ripe avocados is a bit of an art in itself. Peanut butter and celery. So again, this is one of very popular snacks. So I suggested this to quite a few people, and they messaged me saying, "I love peanut butter and celery, Laura. I'm taking peanut butter into my office and take celery in with me, and all my colleagues see me and want to do it too." So have a go with this one. You've got healthy fat, you've got the protein, and you've got the vegetable in there from the celery. So it's a fantastic snack. As I said, you can take a pot into work, keep some celery in the fridge, or you can prepare it at home and then sandwich them together and then carry in tin foil. I've done this loads. So there you are. There's lots of ideas for you. I know if we've whizzed through that. But what I want you to do is just pick one of those now that you thought, oh yes, I definitely want to give that a go. And note down and just make the commitment to try it in the next 3 days, okay? And obviously ask me any questions in the discussion or on social media. If you post me a picture on social media, I'll be absolutely delighted. And yeah, enjoy some of those creations.